heavy-duty line. We get great response from our consumers. If you could feel a difference. It's important to choose a high-quality, high-performance oil for your motorcycle or power sports vehicle. Most have high RPMs and high temperatures, so when choosing Spectro, you can cruise with confidence.
Welcome to Circuit of the Americas. It is championship race day for Mission Super Hooligans. It has been a fantastic race season so far. 5 rounds, 10 races, all coming down to this in this 10th anniversary season of the MotoAmerica Championship. We had a great race yesterday in the Mission Food Super Hooligans category. Troy Herfoss was able to find that top step of the podium. You see bikes out for the sighting lap. Right now it's going to be a 6-lap battle for all of these riders. A huge field here in Mission Super Hooligans. If you're just joining us here on Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the MotoAmerica Live Plus bonus coverage. Roger Hayden, let's take a look back at yesterday.
Yeah, race 1 yesterday, there was a lot to keep up with in this race. You see Corey West, really good start, the championship leader, right where he wants to be. Right in front, Tyler O'Hara, the guy chasing him. Only 4 points back going into this race 1. See that move there on the brakes down into turn 12. Corey West there second. Troy Herfoss, Jake Lewis there. That was the battle for 3rd and 4th. And then Tyler O'Hara, huge mistake down into turn 1. Looked like his championship was done and dusted at this point. Corey West was out to a big lead. You see Jake Lewis, Troy Herfoss, these two went back and forth till the checkered flag, but they started chasing down Corey West. He's seen Corey have that mistake. Corey was going there and just look, he says he didn't want to get in the battle. He was thinking about the points. He let those two go, and then Troy and Jake really battled it out for the win. You see here Jake Lewis trying to make a move on the brakes. It's hard to get it to stop when you make a drafting pass down into turn 12. Troy was able to cut back under last lap, last corner. Jake tried to do what he could, but Troy was able to cut under and get the win.
You see Corey West there on that number 13 celebrating. He was unaware at that moment that Tyler O'Hara was able to pick the bike up and able to finish that race and earn 5th place points. So take a look at the championship points now as they sit with this final race. Now getting ready, Corey West leading the way, a 9-point gap over Tyler O'Hara, and then Jake Lewis with that podium yesterday sitting in 3rd, 30 points back. Let's go ahead and get down to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Michael Hills, down on pit lane.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Really looking forward to this. Corey West yesterday celebrating with a podium. As Roger said, they're looking at the highlights. Didn't want to get in the fight, didn't want to make any mistakes, but today he's going to have to, I think, get his elbows out. There's only 9 points between him and Troy Herfoss. There's only 2 riders in this fight. It is potentially going to be whichever one of them comes across the line first, because there could be some other riders that also get in the mix. 9 points in it. Not sure which way this is going to go. Back to you guys.
Mission Super Hooligan National Championship coverage is brought to you by Mission Foods, the world's leading brand for tortillas and wraps. And by Roland Sands Design, built for the ride. Go to RolandSands.com.
Being joined in the booth now by Roland Sands, the final race here in this championship season. Roland, as we get ready for the off season, what have you noticed about this year?
I mean, it's been ultra competitive. We've had multiple manufacturers fighting for the championship, and it's coming down to the line. We have 9 points. Corey's got to finish 3rd or better. If Tyler wins today, Tyler's going to be going for broke. This is it, man. It's for all the potatoes.
Take us around this racetrack, Roger.
Yeah, and the big thing is getting through turn 1 off the start clean, and then through there the track is busy, back and forth all the way through down into turn 11. Really hard braking hairpin onto the back straightaway, which is really long. Hard braking again in 12. Track gets really tight through there from 12. Really long right-hander, 17, 18, into 19, and then the last corner, turn 20, where we've seen some races decided here in the past.
Mentioned the fact that we have a huge field of Super Hooligan riders. Let's take a look at how they'll all line up after those 2 sessions of qualifying. Our pole sitter Tyler O'Hara joined on the front row by his teammate Troy Herfoss and Corey West.
Jake Lewis, Jeremy McWilliams, and Hayden Schultz.
Row number 3, we see Stefano Mesa, Dominic Doyle, and Cody Wyman.
We got Andy DeBrino, Alessandro DeMario, and Travis Wyman.
Go back to row 5, Hunter Dunham, Hawk Mazada, and Nate Kern. We saw have a problem there getting going on that warm-up lap.
Jordan Eubanks, AJ Peasley, and Dylan Wall.
Jeff Lane, Cole King, and Tyler Duffy make up row number 7.
And Rich Foster, Andrew Berkeley, and August Nord.
Go back to row 9. You've got Mitchell Stein, Danny Dominguez, and Aiden Mendoza.
You got Jason Wickham, Kevin Grimmel, and Leo Sowers.
Go back to row 11. Leroy Eschelman, Bridget Lieber, and Rodney Vest.
And Paul Canal, Mike Boyce.
And Joseph Katzberg. Last but not least there on row number 13 is Greg Reisenberg. 37 riders, multiple manufacturers, a couple of riders that are out there on bikes that are not eligible to earn points. Here this weekend we have Hunter Dunham, and you mentioned Alessandro DeMario getting the opportunity to make his Super Hooligans debut. Those two riders, they'll be up there mixing it up in the top 10 for sure if it's anything like we've seen all weekend long, but they will not be able to earn points, so they can play spoiler.
Yeah, the V2 Ducatis, this is their first weekend out here. And yeah, they're showing their speed without a doubt this early on in their development process.
See the weather here for the final race of the season. 84 degrees is the ambient temperature, but that 71% humidity right now, it makes it feel much, much warmer. So for these 6 laps, it's going to be hot, it's going to be intense, and it's all going to come down to this. You see the red flag at the start of the field. As soon as everyone is in their grid positions, will run away. You're going to see a set of lights there up in the top left-hand corner of your screen. As soon as the lights go out, we are racing. Final race for Mission Super Hooligans in this 2024 season. See a little bit of a problem. A couple of bikes slow off the start. Troy Herfoss, a great start for him.
Tyler O'Hara, also a great start, right where they want to be there at the front.
Saw Stefano Mesa able to make up some positions as well.
Corey West, though, already making a move down into turn 2.
Yeah, I talked to Corey this morning. He said he went faster in morning warm-up than he's gone all weekend. So Corey getting his work done this morning. Maybe a couple more tweaks to that bike and see if he can get a little bit more steam out of it. But obviously he's showing the speed of the Pan America early on.
In the race yesterday, he said it on the podium, he was not willing to get into the battle for that potential race win. He knew he just needed to collect some points, finish ahead of Tyler O'Hara. He was able to do that, but Tyler today, he doesn't have anything to lose. It's time to go out and just win.
Yeah, he's got to go get that job done today. Corey got to finish 3rd or better to win this championship today, but I don't think he's going to slack off. He may even try to win this thing today.
But you see Tyler O'Hara there, that number 1 plate, the 2-time defending series champion, leading the rest of the field. That number 13 right behind him, that is Corey West. You see Troy Herfoss there, the number 17. His job in the Super Hooligan category is to try and steal some points away from Corey, protect his teammate Tyler O'Hara, and right now he's sitting in 3rd.
Jeremy McWilliams, the 3rd Indian, working his way into 5th. Corey's got his teammate Jake Lewis there in 4th. You know he's got team orders, I'm sure, not to make sure he doesn't, if Tyler's winning, make sure he does not beat Corey.
Still, again, a hard position if Jake gets in a position to win this thing.
Yep.
You know, he's got to figure out what is the right thing to do. It's hard to do math when you're riding a motorcycle.
I think that's why before the race you kind of go over those scenarios as a team, and
all that math has already been done. For Tyler O'Hara, continuing to lead here on lap number 1 of the 6 laps. For him, the math is easy.
Win, win, win.
That's right.
I mean, that's what he tried to do yesterday, unfortunately, going down in turn 1. But he's showing his speed today, and you know he's going to do everything he can to win this race, obviously. And the Indian's looking great, the Indian FTR 1200. It almost seems like maybe they balance out the power a little bit because the bikes seem very even. Troy Herfoss coming underneath Corey West.
Troy Herfoss able to get around Corey West. Can he hold on to it, though? Corey West right there as you take a look at the live championship point standings as they run with Corey West continuing there in 2nd place. He would still have a 4-point advantage in the championship point standings. He wants that number 1 plate.
Jeremy McWilliams there, see him right there in 5th. He's closing down.
Yeah, he is. These guys getting a little scrap for 2nd and 3rd. You might see Jeremy be able to sneak a wheel up in there, and he could really be that deciding difference on whether Corey West wins this championship if he can get up there.
If you're watching this bonus coverage on YouTube and Facebook and you haven't been with us all weekend, you see Troy Herfoss trying to get back into the mix. Jeremy McWilliams there on that 999 coming out this weekend as a third bike for the SNS.
Oh, and Troy's got a problem.
Team. Troy pulling off. He cannot
Troy's got a problem.
help his teammate. That's why Jeremy McWilliams is out there.
Something happened to Troy Herfoss. He threw his leg out, and now he's out of the race, and this is nothing but bad news for Tyler O'Hare.
Jeremy McWilliams, though, right there.
What a shame for Troy.
He's trying, though. He's trying to get back in there.
It's too far back, even if things did sort itself out, to get up there and help his teammate out.
Yeah, the top four, they're not going to wait around, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Troy Herfoss. He's had a hell of a weekend. He's been on the podium. He's won yesterday's race. I mean, shame for him. But you could see Patricia with her hands together, hoping she doesn't have a baby in the middle of this championship.
She can hear us also. Oh, what a great reaction as she is so nervously watching on to this championship battle here. Corey West with his teammate Jake Lewis right there alongside him.
She said she was doing everything she could to keep that baby from coming before this race happened. And she said even if she had contractions, she wouldn't be letting anybody know until after the race.
Only 4 laps remaining. It is almost time for her as well. See Corey West there sitting in second place. Been able to win 3 times this season, 8 podium finishes. It's what got him into this position to be able to go for this championship title, the final race of the year.
And Corey couldn't be in a better spot with his teammate in between him and Jeremy McWilliams right now. He's got someone to protect him from behind, and that's the best position he could really be in at this moment.
Yeah, you can tell Jake is a little bit quicker, but he's just kind of, as you said, sitting there right behind him, protecting him.
And there is the 17 of Troy Herfoss now down on pit road. So even though he was able to get the bike going way too far back off the pace and ultimately not going to be able to finish this run today.
Corey a little wide there, though.
Yeah, he did get in pretty hot there. This is definitely the time of the race when he's going to be, if he could take his gloves off, he'd be biting his nails.
You see Jake could have went by him there and just kind of slowed down.
Yeah, and this has given Jeremy an opportunity to get in there. You can see Jeremy's made up a little bit of time as he come in. Looks like he's going to take a look underneath Jake Lewis.
But Jake Lewis definitely understands what his role is here as the teammate for Corey West. Jeremy McWilliams is so close that he has to be defensive, even with that mistake, that slight mistake there from Corey West.
It's tough because Corey's just being that little bit more careful than normal, and sometimes that's when the worst things happen.
You see the championship point standings right now. That's how close it is. Only 4 points with Tyler O'Hara in control of this final race of the year. Being able to earn 25 points. It's so close that with 4 points there separating the two, they really need Corey West to be able to stay there inside of the top 3.
Jake's saying, let's go, Corey. Let's do this, buddy. He sees Jeremy there. If Jeremy gets by him, which he's going to do right now, it's going to start putting Corey in a position where he could get in trouble here.
Yeah, and this is not what Corey West wants. I'm sat down here in the pit lane watching this race unfold, and I remind you, there's only 9 points between the 2 riders that are fighting for the championship. If Jeremy McWilliams finishes in second place and Corey West finishes third, they would be level on points, and that means we would go to a countback. The championship would be decided by the rider that has the most victories. So this is dangerous, dangerous territory now for Corey West. He cannot afford much more of these shenanigans. And the question for me is, which rider has won more races? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm too excited, but we could have a countback situation here.
Yeah, it's Corey West that would have the advantage there if it did come down to that tie. He has 3 wins this season compared to Tyler O'Hara's 1 that he was able to gather. So he would still have that advantage. The problem is, that's if he finishes third. If he finishes any further back than that, Tyler O'Hara would just win it outright based off the points.
And you saw Corey West look back. He knows Jeremy's right there. He can feel him breathing. You saw him shake his head a little bit too. Wondering what that's saying to Jeremy, because Jeremy's about to come by him.
That pack behind him is closing the gap too.
Really
you can see they are visually getting closer.
Hayden Schultz is leading that pack behind him, sitting in 5th place right now. For Hayden, he wasn't able to finish the race yesterday, so he wants to end the season on a high note. He's going to continue pushing. He doesn't care about the championship.
And Corey's slowing these guys down quite a bit. This could get real interesting, and these will be the longest 3 laps of Corey West's life, no doubt.
It's great to see Jeremy McWilliams there, able to come out for this final race of the year. He was a full season competitor last year. He was the teammate for Tyler O'Hara and took this season off. He had that dramatic crash here at the end of the championship season last year. So it's great to see him back out, just believing that Coda owed him one.
Jeremy McWilliams has been really strong into turn 1. He didn't get a great drive out of that last corner though, but the previous lap he kind of made a look into turn 1, but he's a little too far back, I believe, this lap to try to.
Well, also, Jeremy's also on his last year's bike, which you know, isn't at the edge that Tyler's bike and Troy's bike are at. So he has a bit, maybe a touch of a disadvantage, you know, being on last year's bike. But of course he knows the bike like the back of his hand, so it's like jumping on an old friend, you know. Yeah,
he's comfortable on it. If he were to get on a new spec bike, it might not be in the same position that he's in right now, being there to help out his teammate sitting in 3rd place right now.
And Corey may be picking up the pace a little bit here. You can see he's pulled out a little bit of a gap on Jeremy. He's doing the work right now. He's doing his job. He's going out there, and this probably does feel like work for him right now.
Tyler O'Hara also doing his job. You saw that gap there that he has over Corey West. He's the quickest lap of the race today, sitting 2nd in the championship point standings. The only thing he could do is go out and win. He can't be concerned with what's going on behind him. He just has to keep looking forward, and however it unfolds, it's going to unfold.
Alessandro DiMario is on a good lap.
Showing the speed of that Ducati. Of course, he's not going to get points today, so he's not going to affect this championship. I mean, he could if he gets in the middle of it.
We have a rider that's had an issue. You could see the safety workers there helping him get that bike picked up, so this racing can continue. Number 21 is Bridget Lebert,
yeah. Thankfully for these lead guys, you know, she's out of the way, and they're able to continue racing. No red flag situation in this one. You got to think Jake's got to get back by McWilliams.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like he's got the speed to do it. If he's just sitting back and kind of assessing things right now.
Maybe this last lap he might make a move, but I don't think Jake realizes there's somebody behind him, even though he can't take away points.
Yeah.
There is some debris there on the racetrack. You can see the white flag.
Oh yeah, we got a foot peg.
It's the final lap of the 2024 Super Hooligan Championship.
Look at DiMario into turn 1.
Yeah, they got that Ducati working real fast, you know, this weekend. It's their first weekend, and they're in the top 5. So the Ducati's showing its speed early on and showing that it can be a competitor here in Super Hooligan racing, along with the Indians and the Harley Davidsons.
Looking ahead to next season and the development of that bike and all of the different manufacturers that will be back out. He will not be earning points today. Those points, the 5th place points, 4th place points, those would go to the riders that are all eligible. But great to see him out there. You can't even see Tyler O'Hara in this picture. He is so far ahead of the rest of the field here on this final lap. Corey West, the number 13 bike, our championship leader. If he can continue down this lap, finish it out strong, he can be crowned our 2024 champion.
DiMario making a move. God, what a talent. He's figured this thing out so quick.
Making that move around Jeremy McWilliams look easy. Corey West now right in front of him. Does he go for it?
I think he's going to come by him right here.
There
Wow.
he goes.
Yeah, that Ducati is working well.
I wonder if Corey realizes right away that that person can't take points away from him.
The rider with his hand up.
You know, he is going to know that's the Ducati without a doubt. He hasn't seen a Ducati come by him all year. He knows that's the new bike. I don't think this is going to change his race pace at all. I think he's going to just keep doing it. He's going to drop on, get him behind him and see if he can get a little bit of a pull off that Ducati. And this is it. He's in the spot. He's done his work for the season. He's done his work for the year. He's in the position he wants to be. And this is it. This is it.
Corey West did not need to win the race today in order to win the title. Tyler O'Hara did need to win. He was able to collect the final win of the season, but for Corey West,
wow,
it came down to consistency all the way through. 3 wins on the season, being able to get his 9th podium here today to wrap up this championship. His wife, Patricia, able to hold on, be here with them this weekend. They have so much to celebrate going into this offseason.
He told me he was on the couch in 15, and he just never could have imagined that he'd be winning a national championship, and to do it today for the Salomon Harley team is, for him, a dream come true. So proud of the Salomon team and Corey West. This is an incredible comeback for him as far as his career goes.
Yeah, it's great to see it. Me and Corey kind of came together through the same time, and it's great to see. He's put a lot of work in throughout his whole career, and it's great to see him get that reward this weekend and today to win the title.
Hard work pays off, guys.
The emotion just taking him over on this cool down lap. It's also cool to see all of the other competitors out there. It's been a hard-fought season for everyone, and everyone coming up to congratulate him as he makes his way over to be able to get to Patricia, get to the team, and celebrate all of the hard work.
Tyler O'Hara, Corey West, Jeremy McWilliams, that's our top 3 today. I'm going to run to the podium and congratulate these guys and congratulate them on their championship finishes. Thank you to Mission Foods. Thank you to Trackhouse. Thank you to Motul. Thank you to SDI. Thank you to Dunlop Tires. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors who have helped us out this year. And thank you for all the fans for watching. Super Hooligan, we're coming back in 2025, and we're going to put on just as good of a show.
And thank you to you, Roland Sands, for coming in here each and every race weekend to join myself and Roger calling all of this action and all of the hard work behind the scenes to get this class out on the racetrack. Can't wait to see what 2025 brings to the table.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Appreciate it. Thank you, MotoAmerica. It's been bitching.
All right, go celebrate. See Tyler O'Hara there. That #1 plate will now be handed over to Corey West, our 2024 Mission Super Hooligan champion. He's waited a long time to hear those words. Three wins, 9 podiums.
Mission Super Hooligan National Championship coverage is brought to you by Mission Foods, the world's leading brand for tortillas and wraps. And by Roland Sands Design, built for the ride. Go to RolandSands.com.
Take a look at the results here on this final race for Mission Super Hooligans. Everyone was chasing Tyler O'Hara from the start. He also had the quickest lap of the race. Corey West there with Jeremy McWilliams, Jake Lewis, and Travis Wyman inside of the top 5.
Hayden Schultz, Cody Wyman, Dominic Doyle, Stefano Mason, Hawk Mazzata rounding out the top 10.
This 6th lap battle was nothing short of what we expected. Roger, here are the highlights.
Yeah, Tyler O'Hara doing what he can from pole position, getting a really good start. His teammate got a little bit better start, went in turn 1 a little bit hot, but Tyler there in control early, just where he wants to be. Corey West right where he wants to be as well, the championship leader. Wants to just try to keep Tyler in his sights. You see Troy Herdfoss there, looks like he's going to try to make a move. Well, Corey West early on in the race. Jake Lewis was fast. Jeremy McWilliams, great start for him today. Got himself in the battle, but Troy Herdfoss had a mechanical in that Indian and had to pull out. You see Jake Lewis talking to his teammate Corey West, going to help him out. Jeremy McWilliams is trying to get up there to help his teammate Tyler O'Hara. And while all that was going on, Tyler was out front doing what he needed to do, win the race with Corey West. The battle for the year, the title, the champion, the big prize today is going to Corey West and the Salomon Harley team.
Lots of congratulations for Corey West, who has now made his way over to the podium able to celebrate this fantastic championship season. Starting things off back at Daytona. The goal was the same for everybody. It is time to go and win a title, and there he is making his way to his team and his wife, Patricia.
You have to think he's been dreaming about this and chasing this, national title for 25 years, and you just think you've dreamed about something for that long and you've chased something that long and, you don't think it's going to happen. You think the door's closed on that dream that you've been working as a kid, and then today it comes true.
Good job, Corey. Thank you.
And Patricia able to be here with them despite awaiting the arrival of their first baby. He seems a little speechless. You can see that shirt there that was waiting for him with the #1 plate on it. Let's take a look at the championship points. I mentioned earlier it was 5 rounds, 10 races. Corey West with 3 wins on the season, 9 podiums. We were able to have 5 different winners this year in Super Hooligans. Here are the final championship points. Corey West now with that #1. Tyler O'Hara did everything he could do today, but ultimately 4 points back.
Yeah, Jake Lewis there ended up there 3rd in points. Cody Wyman, Troy Hurtfalls falls down to 5th after that mechanical.
Hayden Schultz, Hawk Mazada, Travis Wyman, Stefano Mesa, Jordan Eubanks, all with top 10 finishes here this season. We saw Corey down there to celebrate this championship. Michael Hill down there also. Take it away, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. There is a big celebration going on down here. We are going to talk to the top 3 in a moment, but before we do that, live on MotoAmerica Live Plus, I'm going to ask Bill Cumbo from the AMA to present Corey West with the #1 plate. Ladies and gentlemen, what about it? The Mission Super Hooligan champion for 2024 is Corey West. Corey, we're going to do the interviews a little bit back to front. We would have normally come to you second, but you are the champion. What a fantastic season. Just talk us through those final couple of laps. Your partner, Patricia, having a heart attack in pit lane. There were so many guys in that fight. How did you manage to stay cool?
Yeah, man, it's hard to stay cool when it's so hot out, but Saddleman, Harley-Davidson, Pan America, man, I can't say enough. That bike just worked awesome, and it was a really stressful race. I had to finish 3rd. I knew what T.O. was going to do, and he was going to go out and try to win it. And I just kept my head down and did what I could, It's just, this is a dream come true, It's something that you've always wanted when you're a kid, when you start racing. To be a champion, it's just complete, man. It's a check off the old bucket list. But I really have to thank everybody, Dave, Amy, Chris, my beautiful wife who's due in 8 days. Jake, Taylor, Kento, Eric, Maddie, Fury, Ricky, everybody, man, I love you guys. My family's here this weekend. I got so many friends. We brought home the #1 plate, and I couldn't be happier.
Now, we know you are a family guy. The viewers watching at home will see pictures right now, which you can't see because you've got the back to the TV, of Patricia, your wife. And, of course, how special is it for you to get this championship, not just in front of Patricia, but also in front of your unborn child as well? I mean, there's so many emotions.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go home and tell my kid that I finished 2nd in the championship. Your daddy's a champion, so I'm just so happy, and now I can move on from this, and we can go have our kid next weekend.
Absolutely. Well, good luck with that. What about it? Come on, make some noise, Coda, your new champion. Let's move across, though, and have a chat to the race winner, because Tyler O'Hara, you had one job. That was to try and win the race, and whatever behind you was going to happen. You've got to be obviously disappointed, but on one hand, you can also be super proud of your season, and also for the Indian motorcycle racing team. A phenomenal season.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all the fans for coming out. Big shout out to my whole team, SNS Cycle, this Indian FTR. Such a fun motorcycle to ride, and hats off to Corey and his whole team. They really brought it this year, but I'm already looking forward to Daytona, man. I'm fired up and just looking forward to moving forward, and just this whole season is about never giving up. We had lots of adversity, and it's good to have Jeremy back up here, my dog. And a big shout out to all our partners, Mission Foods, Drag Specialties, Parts Unlimited, Drag Specialties, Cometic, STM, everyone at Dunlop. They've been putting on these tires all weekend. And my whole team, Dan, Carl, mechanics, Jeff, Al, Gary, engineers, everybody that put this whole program together. I'm so grateful and lucky. You know, I'm pumped. I'm locked in for next year. So the wheels are already turning. This bike just keeps getting better and better. And yeah, this one. It feels good, but it's a little bittersweet. You know, that the one yesterday was on me, so I'm just going to learn from it, keep moving forward, and keep digging, and never give up.
Absolutely a great season then for Tyler O'Hara, and as he just said, he's going to be back in 2025. The countdown to Daytona is on, and I wonder whether we're going to see this guy at Daytona, donning the cowboy hat. Jeremy McWilliams, your one-off ride this year to put it on the box. You gave that everything to try and help Tyler. You've got to be so happy to get on the podium, though.
Honestly, I couldn't have done any more. I had to keep it clean. You know, it's their championship, and I didn't really want to be the cause of a hiccup. It was a straight, clean race, and you know, I think that Tyler did an awesome job. He did exactly what he was supposed to do today. Fair play to Cody. He knew Corey, where he knew where he had to be, and he did exactly that. So he fended off very well, protected his lines, and you know, we give it everything. So I have to thank Indian, Gary, Gray, and all my guys, particularly Jordan and Al, who have never seen this bike before. They've never worked on one, and they did an awesome job. I mean, to put it on the box a year later, same bike, I'm stoked.
Yeah, we're stoked to have you back, Jeremy. Great job. And again, what about it for the fans down here? Come on, make some noise for your top three and our 2024 champion, Corey West. Back to you guys in the box.
Great to see Corey West there with that #1 plate that he'll be able to carry into next season. 3 wins for him. I mentioned, Roger, we had 5 different race winners here at Super Hooligans. When you consider that there were only 10 races, it was really anybody's game.
It was anybody's game, and also the different manufacturers that was in the class this year, and just how competitive it is. When you look down that list of riders, you know, Dominic Doyle, Cody Wyman, Hayden Schultz, Travis Wyman. We got guys that's won in a lot of classes racing the Super Hooligans, so it's not an easy class to win.
Congratulations then to the top 3 in that race. Come on, Cody, you're getting a little bit quiet for me. We've just seen a championship decided. Fantastic stuff. We'll just let the photographers finish there. And if we can ask the top 3 then just to
see that #1 plate in Corey West's hand. Able to finish this race second today. This was our race podium. Tyler O'Hara will now step off of the top of the box. This being the final race of the season, we also get to celebrate the championship and collect championship hardware as well, Roger.
Yeah, and you just look at the relief on Corey's face. He's happy, and I don't know if he's more happy or more relieved.
So he makes his way over and hands off that trophy. Celebrations will continue here at Circuit of the Americas. We're going to step away, take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Michael. I'm with Insta360, and we're here at MotoAmerica in Austin, Texas, and you're at the Insta360 booth right now. We're showing off some of the most innovative action cameras in the world. This is the Insta360 X3. It has a lens on the front and a lens on the back, and it sees everything. And these are by far the most popular action camera for any two-wheel or motorsports these days. What's really cool about it is you don't really have to worry about how it's mounted or where the camera's pointing because it's recording everything. It's got best-in-class stabilization. It records at 5.7K, so ultra-high resolution, and you get a whole suite of editing features all for free inside the Insta360 app. So once you're done capturing, you can reframe the footage and essentially pick any angle and any moment from your shot. And what's really cool is that we partner with MotoAmerica, and these guys are using the X3, the Insta360 One RS, and the Go 3 for the live broadcast. If you're interested in learning more about Insta360 cameras, check us out online. Go to www.insta360.com or look for @Insta360 across any social media platform. You'll see a ton of content on there. You'll see examples of how people use their footage. You'll get pricing and everything like that on our website. Hope you guys can check us out. Thank you so much.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Darwin Yeager, Trade Marketing Manager for Motul USA. So Motul is a world-class French company specializing in the production, distribution of high-quality engine lubricants across 120 countries. We're involved with MotoAmerica. This is our third year now because it's our heritage. We are known as a racing brand. That's what kind of the brand's been built on. And to be able to have the platform of a MotoAmerica racing series, especially with the King of the Baggers, it allows us to kind of test our products. It's a proving ground. Basically, if it's going to work for these guys at the high engine temps, you know, going 180 miles an hour, then it's going to work for just about anybody.
My name's Corey West. I ride for Team Saddlemen Race Development on the number 13 Harley Davidson. These bikes were not designed to do what we're doing. We're going out there, we're ragging the hell out of them. I mean, I'm beating that thing up, banging gears. I mean, they have quick shifters on them now. I don't think any Harley was designed for that. We're not going easy on these things. And having Motul in those bikes just gives me the confidence that these things aren't gonna just scatter when I go grabbing one too many downshifts on accident or something. You know, we're pushing these things really hard. And when you have good quality chemicals and lubricants inside the motor, everything's happy.
For more information or any technical details that you may be seeking on the Motul product line, make sure to go to motul.com, and it'll feature our entire motorcycle range as well as our automotive range as well.
Hi, my name is Greg from Anthony's Leatherworks. We're located in Corona del Mar, California, but we service all over the country. We're a sponsor of MotoAmerica. We do crash damage repair, alterations, restoration. We deal with most major brands. We're authorized for Alpine Star, Dainese, Revit, and all other brands. One of the benefits of Anthony's Leatherworks is we have accessibility to factory parts. So if you bring a Dainese suit in or an Alpine Star suit in, we have the parts available to fix this properly. And we were trained by the manufacturers, especially Dainese, to learn how to not just patch something, but to make it work effectively so when you're on the track, it just doesn't look good, but it rides properly. Especially that has to do with alterations. When it comes to alterations, if something doesn't fit you, you tell me what you want to do, but we do it only to a point where we're not going to damage the suit. So when you wear it, it'll function properly. If you have any needs, look at our website at anthonysleatherworks.com. We take things in. Usually our turnaround time is about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then we can ship it back to you as well.
What we do here at Arai Helmets is actually, in racing services, is a piece that we use for our research and development. There's not many places where we can actually use video to confirm how a rider crashes. We can't use video on a street to see how a cheek pad works. And when you do it in a laboratory, you don't get the same conditions you're going to get when you're out in the actual air and the wind and everything. You can try to use other devices, but you'll never replicate the